In the years since the shooting at Michigan State University, the state legislature has moved to put stricter gun laws into place, laws that took effect today. Elena Holland joins us once again live from East Lansing with a look at how those laws came about. Elena.
Well, hey there, Juliette. So we're here outside Sparty Stadium, or Sparty Stadium is over here. We have the Sparty statue here right behind me, where people have been coming up, laying down flowers, remembering those 3 lives lost. Pretty much all day we've seen just many different things coming up. And this is one way that people are mourning what happened here on the university campus a year ago. Another changes in our state laws. Here's the Albertus with that story.
Green, a color often tied to the idea of hope, as students at Michigan State University grappled with the lasting impact of a shooting that took 3 of their classmates, Alexandria Verner, Ariel Anderson, and Brian Frazier, and injured 5 more. It was green that flooded the lawns and steps of the state capitol as students called for change.
The time for change was years ago, after each previous mass shooting. But I refuse to be another statistic in the American education system, and I refuse to wait until others come to realize that all those victims, they were worthy of life. You guys are worthy of life. I am worthy of life.
Pressed by students to take action, state lawmakers moved quickly in the wake of the shooting to pass legislation reforming the state's gun laws. Bills instituting universal background checks for gun purchases, higher standards for gun storage, and extreme risk protection orders to keep guns from those deemed a danger to themselves or others, all being signed into law just months later.
We don't have to live like this, and today we are showing we are not going to anymore.
But what about the students themselves? One of them, Clarissa Mata, class of 2023.
I obviously felt really scared. I also was really angry at everything that happened. I was angry at the person who did it. I was angry that there weren't systems already in place to protect us.
For her, anger quickly turned to action.
I like to be productive with my anger. I don't like feeling angry or sad. And so I asked myself, what can I do? I tried to go to work the next day and it just didn't feel right.
Enter her friend, Charlotte Plotsky.
My friend Charlotte texted me and she said, we need to do something.
Together, the two organized, leading efforts to make their government listen. A year later, Charlotte, now a senior at MSU, is reflecting on what was for her a year of action.
Just looking around at my peers and seeing that huge community of us who really were speaking out, we really were caring, we were organizing, we were testifying at House committee. That was just really amazing to see that big effort come into play.
But even now, what comes next for students like Plotsky and Mata?
Are you satisfied with what's come out of the state capitol, or do you think that more needs to be done here?
Yeah, I think satisfied is a strong word. I'm definitely happy and impressed with what has been done and how fast it has been done. But I do think that this is just a first step.
For Plotsky, next steps take the shape of more mental health resources for students touched by this kind of violence and a ban on assault-style weapons.
Shootings that happen with assault weapons are so much more deadly. If the students at MSU were shot with an AR that survived, I don't know if they would have been alive.
Their fight is one they say they've continued in the names of those that were lost.
At the end of the day, everything that I did for my advocacy is for the students that lost their lives. They shouldn't have had to die that day.
But the work they have been able to do, they said, stands as a testament to all.
This definitely sets the precedent that we do have a voice and we do have a say in things.
But as they first look toward continuing to heal alongside their community, they turn to the spirit of the color green.
I like to think there's always hope.
Now, Josh joins me now here in East Lansing. And Josh, talk to me about what, if there's anything that lawmakers are planning next.
Yeah, Elena, I actually did talk to a top lawmaker earlier this week who said that they are hoping to clamp down on a different type of gun, what's called a ghost gun. It's often untraceable because it's not sold as a whole gun. It comes in bits and pieces, so you can't trace it nearly as easily. That's what they want to clamp down on. But again, we are in an election year. We do have a couple special elections for House districts up in a couple of months. So it remains to be seen whether or not the majority going forward is going to go through with that.
I mean, interesting year ahead. Thank you so much, Josh. And Juliet, we'll end things here now in East Lansing for the time being and send things back over to you at the studio.
Thank you, Elena.